sun tea today, and this is my respiratory lung tea, and it's great. I have the wet herb here, and this is what the tea looks like, and it's kind of a brown, probably because I added some different spices that turned it brown. But this little bit here is actually going to be used for making homemade paper from recycled paper. So let's make paper. Start blending the paper. Looks like it's blending fairly well. I might need to add more paper. I did more blending, and you can see that this is a lot more fine. All of this recycled paper that I've used. And you know, like I used like the paper plates that we had a sandwich on that were toast that only had crumbs on it that normally you would just toss in the trash, but I reuse those in my paper. All this is just recycled paper and water. It rips my hands here. Now, because that's thick, I think I'm going to add a little bit of my tea that I've diluted down with water in here as well. And I wonder what color it really is going to end up being. I decided to put all of the tea water into the blender and mix it all up, and it's a nice light brownish color. It's not real deep. The last batch I made was really deep brown, and I was kind of hoping for blue, so I was a bit disappointed there. But it was because it was brown cardboard and it was painted obviously to where the paint doesn't come off, or the ink that they use, it was inked. So that was pretty permanent and did not come through. The cardboard is what came through. But this one was started off as white paper, and I added the tea. So it's kind of a pretty color, I think. And it'll look great as paper. Did not put the herbs in yet. Wanted to wait till I brought you back for that. I'm going to mix it in here. Yeah, use my hand here. I'll just put it in. And I'll probably just stir this up. And I have a tub that I'll be using, and I'll be pouring a lot of this into that tub as well. So, okay, see. Let's see, what do I have I could stir that with? Really don't want to blend it. I got a little bit of a stick. This is a little rubber spatula, silicone spatula thing. I'll use that. Let's see what happens. See, you can see some of the paper. That's still kind of solid. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Ooh, you can see the herbs in there too. This is going to be nice. It's going to be so beautiful, I think. And even in the imperfection of the paper making. It's absolutely perfect in its own way. I am pretty pleased with this. Yeah. As you can see here, I have poured what was in the blender into the tub that I normally do dishes in. Let me get out of the light, out of the shadow. Nighttime probably was the worst time to try to do this video. But as you can see, it's a little bit dark. Maybe might even be a gray. Who knows what color this is going to end up being. But I think I like it. Getting quite a bit of water in there. And I haven't a clue how many sheets of paper I'll get from this either. I do know one thing. These lighten quite a bit after the sheets of paper are dried. What do you think? Think I need more herbs? Let's go ahead and add a little bit. And remember, these are the herbs from the sun tea I made today. And it's my respiratory tea. Takes care of allergies, sinus issues, congestion. Great if you have asthma. This is really amazing. It has mullein and chamomile and yarrow and all kinds of wonderful herbs in here. I put elderberry in here, hibiscus. I can't remember everything I put in. A little of this and a little of that. Let's stir it up and see if we have enough herb in here. Because the herb I want in the paper itself. Yeah. Think that's enough? Probably. If it's not, we'll add the rest later. Okay, now let's see if I can get it out. Looks like I did it. Okay, beginning of our paper. Now I'm draining some of the water off. And maybe I'll shake it a little bit. Whoa, not like that. Not like that either. And I don't know if you know this, but Rob made this for me a number of years ago, the first time I made paper. And it worked out so well, I'm using it again. I saved it. But yes, he built my little rack for me. I'm placing a cloth because I cannot find a sponge anywhere in my house that I haven't used. Actually used up. So I'm going to squeeze as much water out this way. And as you can see, it's not sticking, but you got to be careful. See how that edge has gotten messed up? It's because it's wet paper, literally. And I'm going to dry it, and I can always trim it up if I want nice clean edges, but you press as much water out as you possibly can. So let's see. There you go. This whole side here kind of took a bit of a beating. I may have to go ahead and maybe add some water to it. Maybe not. Trying to get that little edge. Ah, got it. So you can see the chamomile flowers that are in it. Oops, right there is an herb of some kind. Delicate work here, and I'm not real good with delicate stuff. Sometimes it's just easier for me to just leave it and cut it down, which is what I'm going to do. So here we have it right here. Can you see that, Rob? I said, it's very, very delicate. And very difficult to move. But that will dry into paper. I'm just going to leave it like that because I don't want to break it again. Had to remember how to get them out of the frame. So I was playing around a bit. Okay, I got a few sheets of paper ready. And they need to dry, so I put them outside. And right now, I just used an old ratty cloth because I have the paper right here. And once that dries, I think that's going to be gorgeous. What do you think, huh? They're going to be pretty. Okay, now you get to see the final project and the results of my paper making. This one here is kind of thick, and it looks different on both sides. See? Each side is different. And this one is kind of thick, more construction paper. This one, on the other hand, is pretty thin. And again, it has all the herbs in it, and it's different on the other side. There's actually a chamomile flower, I think, right there. Different herbs and spices that are in this paper. And this one bends. See? This one bends really easy. It moves. This one is made mostly from cardboard, but it's still fairly light, and I like the ridges in it. See? And you turn it over, and it's about the same on the other side. Another thin sheet here. It's more pliable. It'll be easier to cut and to make designs with for cards or notes on packages, things like that. And this is mostly for crafting. Very thin sheet here. So you can make different densities to your paper by adding more of the paper slurry to your mix here. And remember the one that fell out and was all ripped up at the edge? Well, that's it. And it looks pretty cool, even beat up. And look, you can see the flowers. You can see all the herbs in there. Different things that I used from my tea. And I just decided to put all of those herbs into my paper slurry to make it look really pretty. And see, even on the other side, the design is beautiful. One of the videos I did not show you, I thought, see those blue specks in there? That's paper from a Ziploc container and a Ziploc box. And I was hoping I'd get the blue. Instead, I got this. And it's real thick. And this is all cardboard. And here's another more freeform sheet that I made that's really, really stiff. So, don't know what I'll use these for, if anything. But they're still pretty interesting. Yeah. So there you got it, guys. Beautiful paper made from recycled paper.